Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Please confirm if you can see me.
Please confirm if you can.
Are we just three that are here?
Are we just three that are here? Are we just three that are here?
Good evening, everyone. How is our weekend going? Okay, everybody's weekend is going very well. I can see our comments. Someone says our weekend is sweet. Well, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, so I want to officially welcome everyone to week 3. Yes, we made it to week 3. So, welcome to week 3, day 1 class. I want to appreciate everyone for making out the time to be here. Hi, 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 hi. Okay, so how many of us were present during last week's class? Just type a summary of what you learned from week two before we dive into our class today. How was week two class? What did you learn from week two? I know Mr. David, spoke a lot. He really, really hammered on um, the topic for week two. So, what did we learn? I know we looked at soft skills. Yes, soft skills. So, what did we learn? How can we put in our soft skills to work as a virtual assistant? I know he looked at communication, he looked at organization, he talked about time management. Yeah, so I really want to see us typing, sharing what we learned. Only Gift, I'm seeing that Only Gift has responded to my question. Gift says she learned how to manage time and clients' confidentiality. Okay, Ayodele says keeping our clients' information and details safe, not revealing to third party if not instructed. That's very nice. We should be able to communicate with our clients properly to avoid misunderstanding. We should also mind the tone we use to communicate. Yes, that's very, very important. Okay, Precious says, I learned how to manage time and communication proactively. Yes, that is also very, very good. Fumilaya says, I learned how important communication is and also tone of communication. All right. Okay, I want to appreciate everyone for their responses. Okay, thank you so much. Adisa says, I learned time management is very important. Okay, so since it looks like we are all following up and we are grabbing as much knowledge as we can, and I'm very proud of everyone and how far we have come in. Okay, so once again, welcome to week three class. Today we are going to be looking at introduction to the Google Workspace. There are a whole lot of apps that fall under the Google Workspace. So we'll be looking at them one after the other. We'll just be looking at two today, and then the following week we'll be looking at an order, and from there, we will progress. All right. So let me just okay. So we are looking at core virtual assistant skills, intro to Google Workspace. This is what we are looking at today. Okay. So the first, introduction to Google Workspace. So Google Workspace, formerly known as Google Suite, is a collection of cloud-based productivity and collaboration tools developed by Google that includes essential tools for productivity and collaboration. It brings together apps that helps individuals, businesses and teams work more efficiently anytime, anywhere, and on any device. Okay, so this is it about the Google Workspace. Before it was known as Google Suite, but has been changed to Google Workspace, and it has a whole lot of apps, which has been helping individuals, which has been helping businesses, which has been helping a lot of persons to be productive. It has brought about collaboration. There's a whole lot of collaboration when it comes to the Google Workspace. And it's very important for every aspiring virtual assistant to familiarize his or herself with these tools, because this is what is going to help you if you have a a solid background in this. It will help you um, wherever you are, because a lot of persons, a lot of job ads that come up, you may be required, or you are required to have the knowledge of how to make use of the Google Workspace, right? So Google Workspace brings apps that helps people to work more efficiently, anytime, anywhere, wherever you are, wherever your boss is. You can make use of the Google Workspace, and your work just smooth. It's just smooth. You can make use of your Google Workspace on your phone or on your system. So this is it about the Google Workspace. It just helps everything to become easy. Yes, it just brings about ease into work you're doing. So like I said before, it's very important to familiarize yourself with these tools, practice with it, and you will see yourself becoming more knowledgeable, yeah, with everything about this. So the question we'll be asking ourselves is, why use Google Workspace? Why is it important for us to use the Google Workspace? What does it entail? Now, the first one is, it boosts productivity with easy to use tools. Yes, like, you can be so productive with the apps in Google Workspace. The second thing is, it enhances teamwork through real time sharing and communication. It enhances teamwork through real time sharing and communication. It provides flexibility, since everything works on the web and on the mobile. Just like I said before, you can make use of it through your system, you can make use of it through your mobile device. So it makes everything very flexible for you. Okay, for example, let's say you're working on a document, you make use of Google Docs, Google Documents. You're working on a document on your system, right? One interesting thing about this is that by the time you're done with this document, and probably you leave the website, you'll see that it has automatically reflected on your phone. So you don't need to find a way to start sending it from your system to your phone, because it is already there. I don't know if we are getting this right. It's already in your phone. Even if okay, it's already in your phone, yes, and vice versa. So even if you're working on something on your phone, for instance, by the time you open up your system and, oh, you want to check Google Documents on your system, you'll see that it automatically reflects on your system. So that's like the flexibility it gives you with your system, with your laptop, and then with your phone. That's just it. You don't need to look for how you want to start sharing here and there. No, that's the flexibility it gives, right? So the next thing is, it reduces IT workload with automatically updates and cloud storage. It reduces IT workload with automatic updates and cloud storage. So yes, Google updates always come in here and there, and there is cloud storage. Like, the storage can be a whole lot depending on the app you're on the app you're using. Yes, I think on Google Drive, I can't really remember the space, but that is why it's cloud storage. So it can contain a whole lot of information, a whole lot of things that you want to upload there, right? So the next one is global accessibility. With just an internet connection, we just have data, and you can go through any um app in Google Workspace of your choice. You can use it to connect with anyone anywhere just by having an internet connection. It does not even need you to have a lot of data, right? But with the little you have, you can do so much. And you can also, save your um work offline, right? You can always access your work offline, be it on your drive, be it Google Sheets, any app under Google Workspace, you can access them offline. So the next point is business continuity and reliability. 99.9% uptime, automatic backup, and cloud storage safeguard against data loss. Now, this is something I love so much because to use the Google Workspace, definitely your email has to be signed in. So as long as your email is there, like, you know that your email is very powerful. It's very, very powerful because that is just all you need to access the Google Workspace. So okay, let me give you an example of Google Drive. Once you have signed into your Google Drive, we all have Google Drive on our phone. We all have it in our phone. So um you can upload any kind of document you want, maybe documents of like 5 years ago. You won't be worried of losing your documents because it's already backed up. It's already in cloud storage. It's already safeguarded there. So probably you change your phone, you know, you can always access that same document you uploaded on your Google Drive. Once you sign in with your mail, you don't need to be worried about, oh, I changed my phone, or I lost my phone. How do I recover this? How do I recover that? As long as you have uploaded it to your Google Drive, your document is safe. And that's one thing for me that I do. Like, I have books of over 5 years in my Google Drive, and I can access them anytime. I can download it again and still put it back in my phone storage if I want to. So even if I get to change my phone, as long as Google Drive is still in my new phone, all I need to do is just to sign in with my mail, and everything I kept there will just be sitting pretty waiting for me. So this is it about Google Workspace. I'll go over it again. It boosts productivity, it enhances teamwork, it provides flexibility, reduces IT workload with automatic updates, global accessibility with just an internet connection, and business continuity and reliability. So this is it about why use the Google Workspace. So there are a lot of advantages that comes with using the Google Workspace. So the next thing now, we'll be focusing on you. We'll be focusing on ourselves. Why should virtual assistants Why virtual assistants should use Google Workspace? Why is it essential for us as virtual assistants to use Google Workspace? Before we looked at the general reasons why we should use Google Workspace. But now we are focusing on ourselves. Why should virtual assistants use it? The first one is efficient task delegation. Oh, very powerful. Efficient task delegation. So with shared calendars, task lists, and Google Chat or Spaces. Clients can assign tasks directly, and virtual assistants can update progress in real time. Assistants can update progress for real time. Okay, so that is one thing about task delegation. That's one thing about you as a virtual assistant using the Google Workspace. It makes things easy. It makes things efficient, right? So that is that. And the second reason is centralized file management. Instead of scattered files across email threads, everything is stored neatly in your Google Drive with clear version history, perfect for handling multiple clients. So in your Google Drive, you can create folders. You can create folders upon folders upon folders. You can rename it anything you want, and you can upload specific documents to the relating to the um the um the name of the document, right? So I believe we all know how to do that, creating folders and uploading documents under it. I really want to see our response. So I'm just going to go back to check. Can we all, do that in our Google Drive? Yes, yes.
Is I don't really touch.
Tick.
Thank you.
So can we make use of the Google Drive by creating folders? Okay, Victor says yes, Fumi says yes. All right, okay. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay, so the third reason is automation and productivity boosts. Automation and productivity boosts. Google Forms and Sheets can automate repetitive virtual assistant tasks like gathering client data, tracking expenses, or managing surveys. That's just it. So you can link your Google Form and your Google Sheet together. So for instance, your boss needs you to get okay, for example, you're working in an organization and your boss needs you to get the data of every person, every employee in the organization. So what you're to do is to create a form. What are the necessary details you need? The person's email, the name, probably the phone number, the department of the employee, any other information he needs, and then you get to send it on the group chat, for instance. And because you're the one that created the link, you're able to see responses coming in. So if you don't want to just be receiving notification, oh, one person, one new response like that, you can link your form to Google Sheets, and then it gives you a comprehensive response, right? When you open your Google Sheets, you can see a comprehensive response of every single person that has filled the form. I don't know if we understand this. So you're able to track who has responded. If out of 100, okay, let me say 100 maybe too much. If out of 50 employees, so only 20 have responded, you're still able to track it. And your boss is like, oh, um, has, for example, has Favor filled the form? You can go back to Google Sheet and check and just search Favor. And if you're not seeing any favor there, you give your response back to your boss. Oh, favor has not filled the form. So that is one thing about this third point, right? Google Form and Google Sheet work together, like they work in alignment. So you're able to do this to track record, to track the data that comes in, to manage surveys. That's like one another reason why a virtual assistant should be able to make use of Google Workspace, because it makes your work easy. It makes your work to be more efficient. It makes your work to be more effective. Like, you don't need to stress yourself. Life has gone beyond writing on paper, right? Google Workspace is here to make your work easy. But now let me ask you a question. How many of us can are able to link Google Sheets and Google Forms together? If you're given a task to do, how many of us can do that? Okay, no, not yet, not yet. Okay, okay, okay. All right. But don't worry, with time we will we will all be better in this. Okay. So let me just, can I do a tutorial now? I don't know if time would permit, but okay, let's see how it goes. Um, okay, so let me just give you a highlight of how um Google Form. Okay, so a lot of people say they can't do it. Okay, so um this is how Google Form looks like. Please can just confirm if you can see this. Okay, you can't see this. Okay, 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 okay. How do we do this now? Okay. Okay, can we see this now? Please, if you can see this, just confirm that you can see it. Okay, so this is how Google Forms looks like. Here is my account. Um, So it gives you options, start a new form. It also has templates that you can make use of, right? And then here we see that under Google Form, Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, and Drives are still all connected together. So we need to start a new form. We need to start a new form. This is how it looks like. You put the title. So let me say, for example, okay, let me say employee database, right? This email is already there, so you don't even need to like add an option for the email. Then this is untitled question, so here you can put name, sorry, you can put it, you can decide to bold it anyhow you want. So these are like the options in when you want to fix your questions. So these are options. Do you want the responder to give a short answer? Do you want it to be a paragraph? Are you asking a question that would need them to put it as a paragraph? These are check boxes. This is a drop down. Are there options you want them to fill? This is file upload, rating, and all that and all that. So this is date and time. Date can be used when you need the client's date of birth. Yes, that's for information and all that. So this is it. And then when you want to create like add a question, you just go over here, add question. So let's say we need the person's phone number. We need a phone number. So this is it. We have got this is it. Then let's say we want what else do we need to know about this these people? Okay, the department. What department are you in? The person also gets to fill it. And now we are saying this, right? This indicates if you want your question to be compulsory or not. If you want it to be compulsory or not, you that's why require this here. So if it's on, it shows that this question is compulsory. So even if you skip it and you say you want to submit, the form will still refer you back to that question that you have not responded to, right? So this is it. So this is responses to like look at everyone that has responded, who is here to respond. But this is majorly for those that have like submitted. So we are seeing link to sheets, right? Are we seeing this? Okay, so this is linked to sheets. I don't want to always be coming to Google Form to look. I may not have that time because I'm a busy virtual assistant. I have a lot on my plate. So what do? I click on link to sheets. Now it gives you two options. Do you want to create a new spreadsheet or do you want to select existing spreadsheets? So for example, you have a sheet, um let's say it's called client database. That is sorry, not client database, employee database. And you have been working with your boss for 2 years. So the first year he employed 30 more persons, various departments here and there for his business organization. And you were required to make use of Google Forms to get in their information, right? So you did that for 2024. Don't worry, I think I'll show us, I'll open Google Sheets and all that. You did that for 2024, and then this is 2025. He employed 20 more persons. So you need to like create a new form to still get the details of these people. So because you already have an existing spreadsheet, right? You already have an existing spreadsheet. You can't create another one again. So you have named, okay, let me see if I can. Okay. Okay, let me just finish here first. So this now, you already have. I'm trying to. I want us to try and visualize how Google Sheet looks like, or how Google Excel looks like. Because once we are done with this, I will go back to Google Sheets. So I want us to visualize it. Under for Excel, you see how do they you can name the sheets under, right? Sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Do we understand what I'm saying? Are we getting that? Are we visualizing this? So that let me know if I can go on or I should just hold on first. Okay, so when you see your sheet 1, sheet 2 under, you know that you can rename it in Excel. So we are still in the scenario of the virtual assistant that is getting employee database. Okay, so under sheet 1, you named it as 2024. So now your next one, you're adding a new database. So you now rename it as 2025, for instance. So this is we are making use of Google Sheet now because Google Sheet and Excel are quite similar. And then you now yes, okay, so we are looking at linking the form and the sheet and all that. So instead of creating a new spreadsheet, you just go here, select existing spreadsheets, And when you tap on select existing spreadsheets, it's going to now take you to where you renamed, say choose a spreadsheet where we'll copy responses to your form. So for example, you named this particular spreadsheet as your employee database. You just tap on it and automatically takes you to that sheet you created as of last year. And it's going to now like link the form to a new sheet. You know, we had sheet 1 for 2024. So it's now going to link it to the new one. I think it will come about form responses. That's how the Google Workspace works. It will just show form responses. So you can still edit that title and put it as 2025. So as the responses are coming in, you can just open your Google Sheet. Oh, I want to check how many persons responded today. We gave a deadline. 20 persons are to respond before the end of today. You're able to see how many persons responded to the form through Google Sheets. I am Do we understand? I hope I'm not so fast though, because we don't really have much time. Okay, so that is just it. That's just how to link Google Form and Google Sheets together, right? So that's it. Then if your boss also wants to um um view the form, instead of carrying your phone to give him, sir or ma, see this, you don't even need to stress yourself. You don't need to go that far. You can, for every app in the Google Workspace, there is provision to share. I think there's provision to share your the documents you have with you. All you need to do this, okay, this is the share in the Google form. All you need to do is just to the person's mail type the person's mail, and you'll see general access. I think Google Drive and every other one has this. So do you want this person to be an editor? Do you want this person to be a commenter, a responder? Yes, I think there are up to three options or two in Google Drive. And then when you now add this person's mail, like once you have added it, excuse me, and clicked on done, then this person that you have added now gets a mail that, oh, so 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 person shared this with you. So as you're seeing responses, as you're able to view the sheets on your own system or your phone, your boss does the same thing, can do the same thing. You can share it to as many persons as you want to, depending on um what you want to do, depending on who you're sharing it to, right? So the same time you're checking and you're seeing that 20 people have responded on Google Sheets, your boss or whoever you have shared it to will also see that 20 persons have also responded on Google Sheets. Sorry, someone said I'm kind of fast. Okay, where do you I'm sorry, I'm just trying to give us a little practical of how this goes, because we have a lot to cover, right? We have a lot to cover. So I'm sorry if I'm too fast, because we are supposed to look at um okay, we'll be looking at the mail today, but I just wanted to give this brief illustration. This is not what you're supposed to be looking at, but I just wanted us to understand it, right? So sorry. So this is just it. Okay. So that was why, you see why I had to divert. because I needed to explain the Google Forms and Google Sheets so that we can understand what I mean. I hope we understand now. And so I just needed to explain this to us so that we will get. So the fourth reason why virtual assistants should use Google Workspace: cross-device flexibility. A virtual assistant can switch between laptop, phone, or tablet without worrying about file transfer. It is ideal for remote and mobile work. So just like I explained before, if you do anything on your phone, even if your system is not on, by the time you put on your system and you want to check, maybe you want to check your Google Drive, if you uploaded something on your phone and you want to check your Google Drive, you automatically see it there. You automatically see it there. So you can switch between your laptop, between your phone. You don't have to worry about transferring one file or the other, carrying your type C code, right? Carrying your type C code to share. Google Workspace has made it very easy for us. Do we understand? Okay. So the next one, confidentiality and access control. This is another reason why you, as an aspiring virtual assistant, should use Google Workspace. Virtual assistants can request restricted access. I think, do we remember when I talked about this when it comes to sharing? The example I gave with Google Form and Google Sheets. I think I was talking about this. You can see this in almost all the apps, most especially in Google Drive. Virtual assistants can request restricted access to client files, reducing risk while still being efficient. Now, I really want us to see, um, Google Workspace is broad. Like the more you look, the more you see. The more you look, the more you see. It is broad. It is broad, and I can't really start going through the practicals and all that, but we will take it one step at a time. So you can request restricted access to your client files. Where do I want to do this? Okay, don't worry. I think we'll practice that later. The sixth reason is multi-client management. With Google Calendar color coding, Drive folders, and Gmail labels, virtual assistants can easily separate and organize different client projects. You can create a lot of folders in your Google Drive. You can create labels in your Gmail. I think this can be more efficient. Using your Gmail can be more efficient on your system, because I don't know if it's just me, but on my phone, I can't really label on my mail. I think it has to be done on the system, right? And then Google Calendar has color coding. Then the seventh reason why you as a virtual assistant should make use of Google Workspace is seamless integration with third-party tools. Now, we have project management apps like Trello, Asana, ClickUp. Over the weeks, we are going to be looking at how to make use of these apps. You can integrate it with Google Workspace. It makes it easier for you as a virtual assistant to adapt to your client workflows, right? Your client needs you to be proactive. Your boss, whoever you're working with, needs you to be proactive, needs you to be up on your toes. So you need to know what you're doing. You need to be very proficient in what you're doing. Then the eighth reason is client friendly collaboration. Many businesses already use Google Workspace. A lot of individuals have it. You know that whenever you buy a new phone, there are some apps that are already there. You don't need to start going, you don't need to go and install them. Like your Google Drive is there, is it's permanently there, right? And some other apps as well. But then, aside that, a lot of businesses use Google Workspace. So it makes it seamless for you as a virtual assistant to integrate into your client systems without needing extra software. All you need to do is to collaborate with who you're working with to make things more easier, to make things more flexible, to make things more adaptable, right? So these are the reasons. I think these are 8 reasons why you as a virtual assistant should make use of the Google Workspace. Now we'll be looking at Google's Workspace go-to apps. What are the apps under Google Workspace? The first one is your Gmail, which we all have. We all have that. Professional email with custom domain support. Then we have our Google Drive, cloud storage for files with sharing and collaboration features. We are all very familiar with our mail and our drive. Then we have Google Docs, Google Documents, online word processor for creating and editing documents. So Google Docs is kind of familiar to um, Word, right? But Docs is like owned by Google. So knowing how to make use of it is also very important. I think we'll be looking at that tomorrow. So it's an online word processor for creating and editing documents. We have Google Sheets, cloud-based spreadsheet for data management and analysis. No, I just talked a little bit about Google Sheets. And then we have Google Slides, tools for creating engaging presentation. Just like what you're seeing, I made use of Google Slides for this class. Okay, so we have Google Meets, video conferencing for meetings and webinars. We have Google Calendar, shared calendar for scheduling and time management, and then Google Form, which I showed us, easy tool for survey, quiz, data collection. And then we have Google Chats and Spaces for messaging and team collaboration. So over the weeks, we'll be looking at these apps one by one to get more familiar with it, right? So the reason why I just wanted to give us a little bit of explanation on Google Sheets and Google Forms of um the points that was highlighted there. So I think I think either next week or upper week we'll get to understand better Google Form and how Google Form and Google Sheets, how they both work together. That's not really our main focus for today. So do we understand? Okay, so moving on. Okay. Moving on, we are going to be looking at Google Mail. We'll be looking at the mail, this mail that we all have. What is it? So, what is Gmail? Gmail is Google's free email service that allows you to send, receive, and organize emails securely on the web or mobile. It's one of the most widely used email platforms in the world. So before we head on to this, I would send the attendance so that we can, okay, so that we can do this. Sorry, you're not seeing my face clearly. Oh, Nigeria happened. There's no lights. Okay, I've pinned it. So just go ahead and fill in your attendance, and I'm going to receive it. So we have, what's the time? This 7:22. So we have like 5 minutes to do this. So just go ahead and fill in the attendance while I'm waiting. Please, while filling, please input your names correctly. We are having issues of duplicate names, right? Please just help me. Help Mr. David. Just help us put impute in the way you imputed your names the first time. Just do that again today so that when we are compiling your names, we won't have issues. We won't have issues. Once you have filled the form, just type done, type done, so that we can move on. We have I think 3 more minutes to do this.
Type this procedure and you will see general access. I think you will type and let me know what contact. So
Okay. Is there anyone else that is still filling the form? The attendance link is pinned on the chat. Just open it and fill in your details. Um, Adeola, just click on the link. It's pinned already. If you're still having any further issues, please let me know. Okay, so 1 more minute to go so that we can continue with the class. We are not done with today's class. Okay, so let's go ahead with our class. Are we ready? So, Gmail is Google's free email service that allows you to send, receive, and organize emails securely on the web or mobile. And it is one of the most widely used email platforms in the world. Over the past 20 years, Google Mail's development has been focused on improving user experience, enhancing email security, integrating artificial intelligence to make email management more efficient, right? So, according to Google, Gmail blocks nearly 15 billion unwanted emails every day, and the email client's AI powered defenses stop more than 99.9% of spam, phishing emails, and malware from ever reaching people's inbox. So, tomorrow we will still continue on looking at Gmail, but let's finish this up. The key features of the Gmail. The first one is it is free and easy to use. Anyone, anywhere can sign up and start emailing within minutes. Gmail is free, right? It is free. So you don't need to pay to make use of the Gmail. All you need to do is to sign up and you can start emailing within minutes. Then the second one is professional option. With Google Workspace, you can use Gmail with a custom business domain, right? You can open up a professional mail. Maybe whoever you're working with needs to create a new email for his or her business organization, and you're told to do that. I think I asked this question before, but I want to ask again. How many of us can actually create like a professional mail? Please, the attendance is pinned, right? So in creating your the way we create our mail, okay, I think we're going to do that practical tomorrow because I think someone should just remind me, Sha. Tomorrow we will look at the practical aspect of actually creating a professional mail and all that. So please, someone should just be nice enough and sweet enough to remind me so that we can look at that because of time. Then we have the search function. Powerful Google search built into your inbox to quickly find old emails. So A lot of us, our emails have been with us maybe for over 10 years, for some persons over 20 years. And probably you need to search for something in your mail, anything at all. But as long as you just have that word you're looking for, you can search it in your mail, and you will even see like a drop down of different things that relate to what you're looking for, and you can easily find what you're looking for. So that's another feature of Gmail, search function. And then we have the spam protection. It filters out junk and phishing emails. You can, if you get any mail that you um you feel does not sit well with you, you can report it as spam. That's one very good feature of Gmail, right? Then we have integration. You know that your Gmail and Google Meet are like two in one app. We know that, right? Your Gmail and Google Meet are two in one app. So when you open your mail, the right side you have your Google Meet, and then the other options by the left, you see your calendar there. So the integration is that with your Gmail, you can connect it with your Google Drive, you can connect it with your calendar, you can connect it with Google Meet and any other app of your choice. Now, in connecting it with your calendar, for instance, um for maybe you register for an event, and then a follow-up mail is sent to you with the details. I don't really know the how do I explain this now? Okay, so when the mail is sent to you, at times you will see that you would have to add the event to calendar even without receiving the mail. On that website, you will see that, can you hear me? Please confirm if you can hear me. Okay. Okay, so yes, integration. So I was talking about connecting your mail to your connecting your mail to your calendar. Yes. So at times when you register for an event, even without them sending you a mail, you would just see the options there for adding this event to your calendar so that you will not forget. That's one very good thing about the calendar. It's a very powerful app where even your mail, or is it meetings, if someone sends you a Google Meet link to your mail, you can add it to calendar because you don't want to forget, right? So these apps, like, they work hand in hand. They work hand in hand to help make our work easier, to help make our work more faster, right? So the features of Gmail, like I said, integration, connect with your Google Drive, connect with your calendar, connect with your Google Meet, any other app at all. You can connect. They work hand in hand. There's no app that can do it all alone. So it's very important that you know how to connect these apps when the need, where there is need. You know how to connect them. You know how to connect your Google Drive. You know how to connect um your calendar. You know how to make use of your Gmail. Tomorrow we will be looking at a whole lot that is in our mail. We'll be looking at a whole lot. Then some practicals. I think I said someone should remind me so that I'll not forget. Right. So then the last one, we have cross device access. Cross device access. You can make use of your mail on your phone, your tablet, or your computer anytime. As we all have it on our phone, when you need to now make use of it in your system, you just need to sign in on your mail. You just need to sign in on your mail, and everything, everything you're seeing on your phone, you're seeing it on your system. So these are the key features of Gmail. Of course, there are more, but these are just like the key features we need to know and we need to understand. So, does anyone have any question? Any question at all? Do you have any question? Is there anything you don't understand? I'm waiting for our questions. So. The attendance is pinned. Like where you're chatting right now, it's actually pinned. The link is there. So we all understand what the Google Workspace is all about and the brief introduction of the Gmail. Is that what we are all saying? Nobody has any issues, any questions? Do we perfectly understand them? What I've taught so far? Okay. Well, for those that say that was too fast, so I apologize. I just needed to touch up the area of the Google form and Google Sheet so that we'll just understand before we look into that in weeks to come. So tomorrow we still have class. We will continue looking at the Google Mail, and we are also going to look at Google Documents. So we have a whole lot to cover. We have a whole lot to catch up on tomorrow. So please, everyone should try to be in attendance, get your data ready, get your jotter ready, right? Because when the assignments come, it's going to be practical, and I really want each and every one of us here to get it right. I want us to get it right. So please let us, as we are burning our data to be in this class, let us put in our very best to practice, put in our very best, and I'll see you at the top. Yes, I'll see you at the top. I want to appreciate everyone for the time spent here today. Thank you so, 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 so much for coming to today's class. We will see tomorrow. We'll be looking at, let me just give you a small view. We'll be looking at Gmail essentials for productivity. Ehen. So, starting from the top in creating a mail, it's going to be practical and all that and all that. So, thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful night rest. Have a wonderful Sunday tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Pumped up with your energy. Thank you once again. God bless you all. Thank you. I hope we've all filled the attendance. All right. Bye.